Hello and welcome to Sodanonymous. I'm your host, Sodanonymous, and today the soda we're going to be reviewing is Coca-Cola, the most popular soft drink in the world. Coca-Cola was originally created in 1886 as a health tonic and has since enjoyed a long and fruitful history around the world as the most popular soda of all time. Coca-Cola is one of the most well-marketed products in the entire world, regularly being associated with concepts like Santa Claus and 1950s Americana. Originally, Coca-Cola contained a significant dose of cocaine. At the time, cocaine was considered a useful medication to relieve headaches and stress. When cocaine addiction became a more heavily debated topic, cocaine was phased out as an ingredient. By 1902, there was so little cocaine in a bottle of Coca-Cola that it would be impossible to feel the effects from it. But the number would not be absolute zero until 1929 when the extraction process was perfected. Coca-Cola was sweetened with cane sugar since its inception until it began to phase it out in favor of high fructose corn syrup in the 80s. The company infamously changed their formula to New Coke in 1985 to combat Pepsi's increasing market share, leading to a historic customer revolt demanding the original product back. When the Coca-Cola company reintroduced the original formula just 78 days later, as Coca-Cola Classic, the transition to high fructose corn syrup in the American market was complete. Currently, the only way to get the cane sugar original is to import Coca-Cola from another country. Mexican Coke tends to be the easiest for Americans. There's also a variant during the Jewish holiday of Passover, because high fructose corn syrup is not kosher at that time, where you can get cane sugar Coke, denoted by the yellow cap and the Hebrew lettering at the top. And with that stuffy stuff out of the way, let's get on with the review here. Now, Coke and I have had a long and fruitful history. I can guarantee it's definitely the soda I've drank the most in my entire life. Coca-Cola, whenever I drink it, it reminds me of different times of my life. So, going to the school dance, riding bikes in the summer with my childhood friends. There's a particular memory that always seems to come back to me every time I drink Coke, so I'm going to share it with you real quick. When I was a young Sodanonymous, and we had a place. It's closed down now, unfortunately, but we had a place in our immediate vicinity that was like an arcade. Though to call it an arcade is to do it a disservice. It was more of a castle of fun. There was arcade machines, but there were also go-karts and pizza and laser tag and events. It was the most awesome thing when you were a kid. And one day we went there for a birthday party, and I was really excited. I was talking this up to myself for weeks, honestly. And when we got there, I remember sitting there, and the rest of the kids went off to have fun. And I was enjoying my Coca-Cola. And I sat there, and I closed my eyes, and I took a sip of the Coke and felt the bubbles rush down and felt the nice, cold, refreshing liquid. And I closed my eyes, and I remember hearing the kids playing around me. And it's just a memory that stuck with me, to this day. So Coca-Cola and I have a personal history together. On the debate between Coke and Pepsi, I'm a Coca-Cola fanboy through and through. All right, I'm going to open it up here. I always love that sound of a can opening. We're going to pour it in here first, give it a little smell and visuals here. There you go. So Coca-Cola is a brown liquid. Kind of looks like the color of syrup. It's a darker color. Let's take a smell here. It smells like Coca-Cola. Now, I'm setting out here to explain the smell and taste as if I'm explaining it to somebody who's never had it before. Now, statistically, it's unlikely you've never had Coca-Cola before. But if I was to describe it in that fashion, it's a very dark smell. It's syrupy, almost. First, you're hit with an initial sweetness that you notice right away. But it's also got sort of a lemony bite to it. The smell has this sharpness there that's not altogether unpleasant. But yeah, that's how I would describe the Coca-Cola scent. It's got a hint of lemon on top of a dark, sweet, syrupy scent. All right, well, let's go ahead and have a taste here. That's good. That's good. Coke never disappoints. All right, let's analyze it here. Now, the thing that strikes me about Coke, I've had a lot of these off-brand colas and, differing brands like Pepsi, and Coke stands out to me for a couple of reasons. Number one, it's always consistently well carbonated. Coca-Cola, compared to a store brand, a Walmart or something along those lines, tends to always retain its bubbles if it's fresh, whereas these off-branders tend to be more flat. Coke's also got a bite to it, which is I think is fairly unique among the colas that I've had. They tend to be a little sweeter, a little bit more like Pepsi, where it's smoother going down. But I enjoy the little bite on my tongue as it comes down. It's very, it's distinct. It's not too much. It's not going to blow your face off or anything like that. But the bite is part of the experience. In terms of flavor, you're looking at, it almost matches the smell in a way. It's a deep, sort of rich flavor. With, obviously sweetness is the predominant factor with most sodas, and Coca-Cola is no exception. I would say it tastes like sort of a sharp syrup. I wouldn't say the lemony scent comes in the taste, that I described earlier, but it does have a sense of that bite, as I said. Now, odds are you had Coke before. If you haven't, I definitely recommend it. Any country that you live in, you're probably going to be able to get Coke. Yeah, I think it's the standard by which all colas should be judged. This is my favorite cola beverage that I've had so far. And yeah, I think it deserves the perfect 10. There's a reason why it's the most popular soft drink in the world. And yeah, it's always an enjoyable experience. So next time you can, go out and get a Coke. All right, well, that about wraps it up for today. I'll see you tomorrow with the next video. This is Sodanonymous signing off, and hope to see you next time. Thanks.